Alright, here is a video guide for problem 5, parts D and E from that chapter 2 test. Okay? The big thing with these problems is knowing the angle relationship so that we can set up the correct equation. And so when I look at a problem like D, I'm thinking to myself, what kind of angle relationship is this? Okay, and I see lines intersecting and angles that are across from each other. When I see lines intersecting and angles across from one another, I know those are vertical angles. And I know vertical angles are congruent, which means these two angles are congruent. So the way I'm going to have to solve for x here is I'm going to have to set the two equations equal to each other. So I get 2x minus 10 equals x plus 40. Now from here, I'm just trying to solve for the value of x. So I'm going to try to get x's on one side, all non-x's on the other. I'm going to subtract x on both sides. 2x minus x is going to give me x, because that's like 2 minus 1. So I get x minus 10 equals a positive 40. Lastly, to get x by itself, I need to add 10 to both sides, which leaves me with x equals 50 as my answer. All right, and so there's that part D. Same kind of thing for part E. I need to realize what angle relationship is this? Well, I see that this is a right angle, so these two angles, x minus 15 and 2x, they're forming a right angle. And when two or more angles form a 90-degree angle, we call that complementary, okay? And the way we can solve for x here is we can take the two angles, add them up, and set them equal to 90, because that's what it means for two angles to be complementary. And so by doing this, I end up getting x minus 15, that angle, plus 2x has to equal 90 by the definition of complementary. I can combine my like terms, so I can combine my x's and my non-x's on the left side here. So x plus 2x, that gives me 3x. Negative 15 has nothing to combine with, so that's negative, or it's 3x minus 15 equals 90. Now from here, I'm solving for x. So if I'm trying to get x by itself, the first thing I need to do is add 15 to both sides. That gives me 3x equals 105. Now to get x really by itself, we need to divide this by 3, so the 3's cancel. And what I get then is, after doing the division, I get x equals 35. And that would be my answer for that one there. Okay, so again, I can't emphasize enough, the key to these problems is knowing what is the angle relationship so I can set up the correct equation. In the first one, since they were vertical, I set the two angles, two equations equal to each other. In part E, since it was complementary, I added the two angles, set them equal to 90. So again, just make sure we know those angle relationships. If you have any more questions, please feel free to email me.